Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, issue number 3. That's right, folks. We're back. This is still continuing to be a really fun book for me. I don't know why. I really enjoy everything we're doing here. I never thought in my lifetime I'd be this excited to read a Scarlet Witch or a Quicksilver book. Not that I hate either of these characters. I just don't like their portrayal on a large scale. And this is just what you want from them, you know? Just bickering and annoyance to each other, all the while a classic Marvel villain is doing something crazy. It's what you want. Now, this issue, though I do enjoy it, I think is the weakest of the 3 we've seen so far. I might even say the weakest issue of Steve Orlando doing stuff with Wanda. I feel like we're reiterating a lot of stuff. Like, this is stuff we've learned from Conjecture, and just seeing the first 2 issues of this run, we knew a lot of this already. We got a lot of it just through what we were seeing. So I don't really know what's being added. Just, I guess, more fun with these characters, which I guess is good. This could have easily played up like the next arc in the Scarlet Witch run, but I understand doing like the miniseries because it's their 60th anniversary, so I'm not against that. So in the last issue, Wanda kind of had to release a lot of her chaos, and she tapped into the Darkhold, went a little crazy, and she had to find somewhere to recover, so she went to Vision. So she goes to his house, and he kind of heals her up. And he's like, you seem to be managing yourself okay. I've seen you through a lot of scraps, Wanda. I know you're capable of a lot. But she starts to just be like, well, I feel like I messed up with my brother. I don't know. And the entire time in this book, Vision is the voice of reason who's like, hey, you're fine. You were resting. You're doing the part. Maybe you lied to Pietro and that's not great, but it's okay. Anyways, that thing you were doing in the first issue of the Sky Piercer, well, it actually was connected to the Wizard. And the Wizard, he has a farm that he's got a server farm, I should say, off the coast of Belize. We should go investigate that. So let's go do that. We then have a sequence with the Wizard who's like headed to his base or whatever, and one of his like underlings tries to like step up to say something, but like, I don't think we should do this. He's like, shh, quiet you, the frightful 400 are limbs and I am the brain, and just taking down one of his, underlings. You're like, oh, this guy's just going crazy. And that's great. He's going to go talk to his benevolent angel, do his thing there. Meanwhile, let's go back to Minnesota, where the Speed Boys are off doing their thing. Pietro and Tommy are running through the frightful 400, taking them down in a pretty easy, spectacular moment. And I think this really highlights something that I haven't really thought about for a while, and that's that we don't really see these two interact that much. Because they take down the frightful 400 pretty easily. Even Pietro's like, well, that wasn't that hard. I'd almost say it was fun, but I hate you guys. I dig that. So then we just get like a page, and Tommy's out of the book. And it's just like, hey, thanks, nephew. I appreciate the save. Now, I am fighting with your mother. And now that I know that I was like a target, she's probably target number 2 because there's like 2 targets and stuff. I'm going to go deal with that. And Tommy's like, okay, do you not want help with that? He's like, no, you got your own thing going on. It's fine. I'll manage. You're good. Tommy reveals what happened to his boyfriend. He was killed at the Hellfire Gala and something like that. I guess I haven't read Hellfire Gala. I guess he's a mutant, right? Is Speed a mutant? I don't think about this character enough. I guess I think about Wiccan a little bit more. But there you go. He's off doing a fun thing. He's like, look, if you need help, Uncle, I'm here. He's like, it's fine. Let's keep our differences. If I die doing this thing, you'll be the fastest person in the family. Okay, later, and he leaves. So Pietro, in classic Pietro fashion, doesn't really know how to talk to people and just kind of screws off into his own thing. That works for me. We then cut to the Caribbean Sea, where we see Wanda and Vision are about to like enter like the secret base of the Wizard, and Vision goes in first to alert them. He's like, okay, I'm here now, let's fight. And they just have a little fight. They take down more of the frightful 400. It's pretty easy. And then like a big mutated one shows up and they try to fight it, but there's like vibrations coming from the ocean and from like the ocean floor even, and that is when Pietro bursts through the floor of like the ocean into the base and just like destroys the big underling. And he's like, hi, oh, Vision's here. Cool. Okay. Well, sister, I'm here to do a thing, and I guess you're here too, so let's do it. Just right into the sibling conflict, the moment these two lock onto each other again, bringing up the shit that they just encountered. Wanda burning, like, the letter from Magneto so he didn't have any of, like, the whatever closure would be. Because it's immediate. It's like, hey, oh, sister, I guess we're kind of, like, connected to this thing. We could do it separately, though. Cut back to the wizard who's going to go talk to his angel, and it's stuff we have already seen. And I get why. I know why we're doing this, but once again, it's like, well, I kind of failed at killing the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and then his angel's like, you have to kill them or I'm going to kill you. Like, we can't hit phase 2 of our plan unless you get rid of the science and sorcery double duo, okay? So go destroy them, or I'm going to kill you. So cut back to the bickering of the twins. They're just yelling at each other, being very upset, very confrontational. And all the while, Vision just kind of like sneaks away, and he goes to like the sub-level, and he comes back like, hey, if you guys are done, I found something in the basement. Do you want to come check it out? And they all just go down on their own. Not even like helping each other get down there. Pietro takes another route, and Wanda just like goes through the floor. So they go to like a sub-level where you see that instead of like being drones or whatever that the wizard would build for his Frightful 400, they're like weird cloning creatures being birthed from like this weird whatever. And essentially what they say is that they are a hodgepodge of just like creative from science and creative from magic, because that's what this is about. The endless one, the angel that is coming, represents like the strongest forces in the galaxy or whatever, and the only thing that could stand its way is like the merging of science and sorcery. And Wanda is the Scarlet Witch, one of the most magical beings in the world, and Pietro harnesses physics or whatever. So there you go. They're gonna stop the angel from coming, and I'm like, yeah, we know. That's literally what we've known. Like, we figured that there's gonna have to be a blend of both of them to stop that. If it's not gonna be mutant related, it's probably gonna be the combined forces of their powers in that scale. And Vision explains this, which, yeah, you kind of needed this. He's like, yeah, you two are gonna stop it or something, so they have to destroy you before the angel comes down. And I know that you two are going to be like the strongest beings ever. You can redefine your power all the time. It gets stronger and more incredible. Wanda, you're always gaining more magic. Pietro, you're always going faster. You're starting to get more intense and scary. So, of course, you're going to be like a threat to this thing that needs you to be neutralized. Pietro gets pissed off because he thinks Vision is spying on them. And he's like, Pietro, I'm not like, okay, dude. I've seen you in person. We were on a team together. I also can see you on the news. Even though I'm not married to your sister anymore, I do consider you family and I do care about you. That is why I've seen your exploits and know what you are capable of. So just chill out for a minute. Of course, the way I'm talking is not how Vision would say any of this, but I'm paraphrasing, Vision being more analytical about these things. He's just like, I care about you. That's why I know what you do. Gah. And that's when the wizard comes in to attack his own base that they have broken into, and he has to kill them, or like his god's not going to be happy with him. And I like that he like crashes like the entire like floor down onto him, as if we didn't open up this book like in the first issue with water spilling into Lot Kill. And now it's like, we know all of these characters can escape from this situation. Vision can phase through anything. Quicksilver can vibrate for anything. Scarlet Witch can just turn a bubble or just like make it into like something else. So good plan, wizard. Good plan. Why don't you break the building to your secret facility? That's a smart idea. Oh, it's fun. I think there's just so much of like restating what we already knew, or like what we could already like figure out based on context clues from earlier issues and whatever. So I'm not like blown away by this issue, but I still have a lot of fun with it. I think it's incredibly well done. It looks gorgeous. it's the type of stuff I like to see. It's like taking these characters who have never really been treated like this before and giving them actual personality and an actual narrative that suits everything that they've done. So I dig it. I think it's very interesting. So, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, issue number 3, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.